In psychology, there is something called an external locus of control and an internal locus of control. And when someone has an external locus of control, they can basically believe that they have no control over their life. So it's other people, what's going on out there, defines whether something will happen to them or not. So they can believe in things like luck and fate. And this is naturally going to cause someone to feel powerless because they have no control over their life. And when it comes to someone who has an internal locus of control, they can believe that they have control over their life, over their destiny. So it's not that they're at the whims of luck, it is that they create their own luck. So what's going on out there is not really going to bother them because they will believe that they have control over their life. And this is going to allow them to feel powerful. So it is clear to see from these two options that having an internal locus of control is going to enable someone to lead an empowered life. When someone has an external locus of control, they can have a victim mentality. And this is, of course, going to make it harder for them to lead an empowered and fulfilling existence. It can be normal for them to be down and to be passive. And one of the reasons why someone would believe that the external world is in control of their life and that they have no control is due to what took place during their early years. So if when they were younger, they grew up in a very dysfunctional environment, perhaps they experienced abuse and neglect, and this would then have been a time when they had no control. They would have felt powerless, helpless and hopeless and overwhelmed, and there would have been absolutely nothing that they could do. And through being in an environment like this where they had no control, it would have set them up to believe that they are powerless, that they have no control over their life. And although their life has changed and now as an adult they do have control, the view they have now as an adult will have been defined at a time when they had no control, when there was complete upheaval and they couldn't do anything. So in order for someone to develop an internal locus of control and to realise that they do have control, I don't think it's a good idea for someone to believe that they have complete control, because there's always things that they can't control, that they can't influence. However, for someone to believe that they have no control is clearly no good either. So if someone wants to develop an internal locus of control and to see that they do have control and to influence their life and to achieve their goals, then they may have some belief work to do, some emotional work to do, and some trauma to resolve. Because no matter what took place when they were younger, they're now an adult who does have control. Not complete control, I wouldn't say, but they do have control over their life. But in order to embrace the control they do have, they will need to let go of the beliefs and the pain that they picked up when they were younger, so they can see they do have an effect on their life. And for them to do this, they may need to reach out for external support and to work with a therapist or a healer, so they can work through their inner wounds and start to embrace their inner power and strength, so they can live a life that is worth living.